The high condition of toy manufacturing company in China is appalling, and this is not limited to the toy sector, but throughout all manufacturing plants. Toys that we buy are not cheap, but it sure is cheap to manufacture them in China. That leaves a huge gap, expensive toys that are cheaply produced. So guess who profiting? The worst about this issue is that the companies that order these toys are not aware of the condition they are exposed. These workers are forced to work overtime, or else they would not get their monthly wages. In other case, one of them voiced out that she has to work 7 days a week with no break and from 6 in the morning till midnight. During the peak, where manufacturing contracts are flood the factory, they are forced to work till dawn. Imagine that 6 a.m. to around 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. and then you start work at 6 a.m. again. This not forgetting the funny wages that they get from all the work done. 700 to 800 yuan per month if they work overtime. That is just a major 100 to 110 USD. Worker union is a strict, not in communist state of China. So this is basically no channel to voice out. For introduction, first and foremost, the forced labor issue is the most undesirable thing to happen to us because it will make it difficult to live an increasingly challenging life along with today's technological world. Forced labor, also known as labor trafficking or involuntary servitude, refer to a form of exploitation in which individuals are forced, tricked, or coerced into working against their will. It involves the use of threat, violence, and other forms of coercion to control and exploit workers. This practice is a serious violation of human rights and destroys the lives of innocent individuals. According to the documentary, workers are forced to work overtime or they don't get their monthly salary. In one case, one of them had worked 7 days a week without a break from 6 a.m. to midnight. During the peak when manufacturing contract flooded factories, they had to work until dawn. Workers who are involved in forced labor activity experience very detrimental effect physically, emotionally, and socially. They live in very difficult conditions and are trapped in a cycle of exploitation that affect every aspect of their life. Market demand for low-cost goods or service can lead to forced bad practices. So, through this documentary, we will study and detail every problem that exists related to the management system. At the end, we will also listen an opinion to solve the issue we have chosen.
And now, we will be moving to the next part, defining and framing issues. My point is slave-like working condition. The elaboration, the circumstances reported at the toy factory in China reveal serious violation of workers' rights and are comparable to slave conditions. Bush factory management and the system that rewards productivity gains at the expense of workers' well-being subject workers to exploitation and oppressions. The factories create an environment where quantity and quality of work are prioritized without regard for workers' health and welfare, forcing workers to complete tasks quickly in order to earn better wages.
Next, we will be moving on to issue number 2, which is non-conducive working environment. As you know, a conducive working environment is very important for the well-being of the employees. The issue with this toy factory is that in the video, it is clearly shown that the factory has a very narrow corridor and working space for the workers. Not to mention, the surrounding temperature is hot because it was surrounded by hot iron and other factory machines that are there to produce the toys. Next, issue number 3 is the lack of regulation on environmental impact. So as you know, the environment all around us is a delicate and intricate web of interconnected ecosystem that sustain life on Earth. Our life on Earth, including us human, relies on this balance to not ever be broken beyond repairs. So, the issue with this toy factory is that their activity releases a lot of harmful gas such as carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and nitrogen oxide. So, these gases will of course bring an adverse effects, especially to children and the elderly. Then they also dump their wastewaters that from the industrial activities towards nearby rivers, which obviously will damage rivers and their ecosystems. Certainly, with a proper and strong regulation, this act can be stopped. But without it, industry players can just do whatever they want.
Management is an important matter in an organization. It depends on the competence of an individual, such as a leader. Among the important elements involved in the competence of management is effectively lead, organize, and direct others to achieve organization goals. These skills are important to coordinate all the objectives of an organization, among which are emphasized communication is a person's ability to convey information clearly and effectively, orally and in writing. Managers need to listen clearly, provide feedback, and ensure messages are easily understood by all stakeholders. There are several skills in an effective management system. Technical skills refer to the knowledge and expertise required to perform tasks related to a specific field, industry, or profession. This expertise is built through education, training, and practical experience. For example, expertise in managing or information technology. A person can be promoted to the next rank through understanding and proficiency in skills. It also includes specific knowledge, the ability to analyze, and the use of efficient tools and techniques to solve a disciplinary problem. Referring to the video that an employee at the factory has been promoted for having demonstrated skills in the field of information technology. In addition, human skills are also emphasized in managing skills. It is important to give confidence for a person to interact, collaborate, and communicate effectively. Examples of skill include emotional intelligence. It is emphasized to ensure that a person can control his emotion when dealing with another person. Frontline managers are also an important factor in achieving these skills. Referring to the example in the video that shows that the workers in the factory control their emotion while working and emotion when interacting with each other. Conceptual skills refer to a manager who can understand and analyze the relationship between various organizational components such as departments. This skill can also develop a clear vision for the organization and set strategy objective. They can identify all the traits in the organization. The thing that needs to be emphasized is in developing and honing skills. A manager can improve their skill through a management training program. An example that can be taken in the video is how the top manager of the company managed his company to be more profitably financially. In conclusion, management skills refer to a person's ability to formulate something important in the organization and deliver it effectively.
So next one is human resource management. So basically, human resource is a department in an organization that tasks with locating, recruiting, screening, and training applicants. And they also having duties including to increase the employee productivity and at the same time to safeguard the business from any problems they might develop within the workforce. So in this case, HR professionals could take prevention step in preventing slave labor from going in an organization. The first step could be done by building capabilities, by ensuring that the business has the necessary competencies to combat slave labor from going in their business. Other than that, they also could support the leading team by utilizing the leading team influence to ensure that modern slavery is high on the agenda, and also to assist the board in articulating a strong and meaningful attitude to the rest of organization. And also the third step is by assembling teams. HR manager could take the lead in assembling multidisciplinary teams of professionals that consist of procurement, HR, legal, risk, and commercial to drive the organization's response upon the slave labor issue. And last step, HR professional to implement is by widespread of the understanding of labor slavery by promoting and increase the awareness literature and training modules for employees of all levels in the organization.
Now, I want to talk about internal and global environment. Internal environment refers to all the underlying forces and conditions present within the company which can affect the company's working. The global environment also can be understood as the environment within which international business operates and is characterized by influential factors beyond administrative control. Environmental issues are issues related to human impact on the living environment, habitats, land use, and natural resources. Based on the issues that have happened in the toy manufacturing factory in China, there has been a lot of repression against the workers and the public near the factory. The toy factory workers were forced and recruited to always do their work quickly in order to receive higher wages because the wages of the workers were paid according to the quantity and quality of the workers. The spirits of all managers of the factory do not take care of the health and comfort of the workers, where even if the weather during working hour is too hot, the workers continue their tasks and their respective fight in order to receive high wages. Besides, the water has been polluted due to the hazardous materials being channeled into nearby drains and rivers. Because of this, it's increasingly difficult for the general public to get clean water and also clean seafood, at the same time causing an increase in health problems for the people who live near the factory because they cannot bath as usual and it is easy to get diseases. Next, the problem of air pollution also has a very dangerous effect on the people who are close to factory. Burning fuel in factories will release dust, carbon monoxide and nitrogen dioxide. The continuous pollution has had a bad effect on a risk group such as children, the elderly or those who always work outside. Among the adverse effects of breathing polluted air are rashes on the skin, dizziness and so on. In addition, the rest time given to workers is also not long. This also affects the health of the workers because there are few workers who have to tie their stomach so as not to be late to resume their work. The things and the problems that have been described have clearly made workers into slaves. In conclusion, the responsible party should take this issue as a big problem and need to be resolved immediately so that this matter will not happen again in the future. That's all.
To conclude, my research is forced labor and worker exploitation in manufacturing sector, exemplified by the Chinese toy factory case, are grave human rights violation and threats to individuals and communities. To address these effective management skills, human resource management practice, collaboration, legislative action, supply chain transparency, and industry stakeholder engagement are crucial. By implementing this measure, we can work towards eliminating forced labor, ensuring work well-being, promoting sustainability, and creating industry that respect both human rights and the environment. Next, the lesson from the documentary is the documentary exposes the bizarre working condition in China's toy factory, emphasizing the need for ethical labor standard, consumer awareness, workers' empowerment through unionization, and addressing the industry's environmental impact. Thank you.